Welcome to Rocky Mountain Victim Law Center's Title IX program. This is the first video in a series for you to get to know Title IX from how it started to where it is now, so stay tuned. In 1973, 29-year-old female tennis star Billie Jean King beat Bobby Riggs. This match, known as the Battle of the Sexes, was instrumental for women's tennis and for the women's liberation movement. This match helped prove the importance of the 1972 federal civil rights law, Title IX. Title IX was pushed forward by Representative Patsy Mink of Hawaii, Senator Birch Bayh of Indiana, and Representative Edith Green of Oregon. Patsy Mink was a visionary leader and a pioneer in education reform. She wrote Title IX in part as a response to the adversities she faced as a woman during her own education. In 1964, Mink was elected as the first woman of color and first Asian American in the House of Representatives, and went on to serve 12 terms. With the help of Representative Edith Green and Senator Birch Bayh, Title IX was passed in 1972. After Representative Mink's death in 2002, the official name of Title IX was changed in her honor to the Patsy T. Mink Equal Opportunity in Education Act. Signed into law by Richard Nixon in 1972, this law protects people from discrimination on the basis of sex. Title IX states that no person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. The initial impact of Title IX was in college athletics. In 1972, there were just 30,000 women participating in NCAA sports, as opposed to 170,000 men. Title IX required women and men's programs to devote the same resources to training, coaching, equipment, practice facilities, tutoring, and recruitment. Title IX evolved to deal with broader discrimination issues on the basis of sex, particularly around sexual harassment and sexual violence in all school-related activities from K through 12 to universities, because these acts harm students' ability to engage in their education. This act also forced schools to proactively prevent and respond to claims of sexual harassment, violence, and other forms of gender-based violence. Title IX provides the following protections: regulation of all educational institutions that receive federal funding, an accessible Title IX process for students to use when they are unable to access their education due to discrimination on the basis of sex, an appropriate response to ensure access to education, protection from retaliation, and oversight by the Office of Civil Rights. Title IX began with a basic premise that all schools seeking federal funding should be free of discrimination on the basis of sex to address the long-standing inequities of educational opportunities between men and women. Since 1972, Title IX has continued to expand to address the root causes of these inequities. Simply having a men's and women's basketball team is not enough. Rather, a federally funded school must consider the other risks to students on the basis of sex, because as a society, we fundamentally believe in the value of education. Join us for our next Title IX video coming soon.